Microsoft Planner is getting an upgrade, and today I'll be sharing with you some new features that many of you may well have been waiting a long time for. We'll be checking out some new ways that we can now converse with our colleagues and chase them up on given tasks, a refresh to the Planner look and feel, and some capabilities that were previously reserved for Planner Premium plans that are also now becoming into the basic version of Microsoft Planner 2. And as well as that, we'll also discuss some new changes in Planner that see some capabilities being removed and what those capabilities exactly are. So by the end of this tutorial, you'll know what's coming and also what the future of Planner looks like. So with that, now let's head into Planner and find out what's new. So let's check out some new updates in Microsoft Planner, and we're going to do that by checking out an existing plan through the Planner app in Teams. Now in this new experience, as we can see here, it's not massively visibly different, but there are some small adjustments. But the main change comes from performance. This new look and feel should now be more performant for plans that are more detailed. So hopefully we'll see that also improve on your plans with lots of tasks and lots of buckets. But outside of that performance change, we'll also see some of the differences here. The first one, by creating a new plan in Planner, well, that has now changed. Small differences, but now the experience to choose these different plan templates has been adjusted. Now, if you're wondering, does this now include capability to choose organization templates? Well, I'll cover that a little later and let you know some good news. But at the moment, this is still using Microsoft provided templates. So outside of the Create a Plan window, if we open one of our existing tasks, here we'll see some of the biggest differences. Immediately, you're now greeted with different tabs for your task. Task details are the core part of the task. Status, due dates, and so forth, and the assignment of work. None of that has really changed. But also, if we drop into attachments, we see our dedicated attachments tab that we saw previously in that single tab experience. Checklists, much the same, in the same way you can manage them. But there is one fundamental difference, and you may have noticed. In the task details, we can have notes, but comments are no longer visible. Yes, they've now been replaced and are no longer visible either on existing plans or new plans as well. Now, what has that been replaced by? Well, that has been replaced by task chat appearing on the right hand side of the task itself. And as we'll see here, there's a conversation between me and Alex that is all around what we should do with the strategy work. As we can see, much like Teams, we can react and then message each other to continue the conversation right through the task chat pane. We can also tag other individuals who exist within the plan, so we can also have a conversation and tag them in to the reply or to a new message, now allowing us to have a more dynamic conversation instead of using comments that would also notify the entire team or plan had there been a new comment in there. Yes, when we tag an individual, it only notifies that individual via a Teams activity feed notification. They've been tagged in a Planner conversation. They can drop into Planner straight from the activity feed and reply in line. So task chat is replaced comments, and I think is an overall better experience, more like we see in Teams to keep on top of all of our tasks. So yes, a new enhancement available to us. The other change we'll see within the task details is also goals. We'll see here a goal of complete phase 1. By left clicking into it, we can see any existing goals, create a new one, or open goals in the entire plan. This capability was actually only available in Planner Premium, but it's now coming to basic versions of the Planner experience. We'll see the ability to create a new goal. I've already created one here. Track the status of how you're performing against that given goal, and also connect existing tasks or create new ones right from the plan itself. So a useful capability for project managers or people managing plans that are tracking your goals without using things like labels or categories to try and do that for you. But do note that this capability for goals does come with licensing requirements. You'll need a Planner Premium license or a Microsoft 365 paid Copilot license to see this new tab and engage with it. So yes, goals are now coming to basic plans, but you will need a license to be able to use it. So let's take a quick pause for a moment, because if you're struggling in Microsoft 365 and not sure which task management app is for you across all the different ways to manage your tasks, well, here at Your 365 Coach, we can help you out. Whether that's from on-demand learning available through our website or just getting in touch and booking some training with us, task management is one of our key areas of expertise, and we've helped businesses and people around the world improve how they manage their work using Planner and all the different experiences too. So with that, let's carry on and find out what's new inside of Planner. There's now AI integration for the basic version of Planner plans. This was also only reserved previously for Planner Premium plans. By selecting reports, we can see an AI generated status report. This is powered by something called the Planner Agent, and it was once known as the Project Manager Agent. Yes, it's been rebranded. Now in Planner Basic plans, you will need a paid Copilot license to use this feature. What we can then do is generate a status report with AI automation on a given reporting period, choosing the sections in the report, defining additional instructions and the report length. And once we generate a report, well, it looks just like this one here. The AI, effectively Copilot-like capabilities, writes up the status report, giving us an executive summary, the project task status from the last week, where we are on the project, and interestingly, we even now have a Gantt or a timeline report generated from the basic version of Microsoft Planner plans. That's a bit of a difference to what we saw previously, as it was only reserved to Planner Premium plans. The highlights and achievements, challenges and delays, work in progress, and upcoming action items, all generated with AI and the Planner Agent. And alongside status reporting, using the Planner Agent very soon, we'll also be able to assign it to a piece of work, much like we did in Planner Premium, for it to automate the work itself. Very useful to build reports or researching given information and using AI capabilities, but again reserved only for those with a paid Copilot license. That new feature is also coming very soon too. So we have seen some differences here in the way that Planner works. We've seen a new experience, we've seen new AI capabilities, the new task chat capabilities too, and the new goals features. So there's a number of new features. If also you're interested in seeing backgrounds back in Planner, well, that is also available too. Head to the freed up menu in your plan, select Plan Details, and suggested backgrounds now appear that you can choose to bring into your Planner plan to give it a little bit more of a personal look and feel. So yes, there's lots of new enhancements here into Planner, but there's also more to come, and also some features just like comments that have also been removed. Let's go and talk about those now and find out what is still to come and what has also been removed from these changes in Planner. So yes, there's even more coming to Planner, and let's go through and cover off some of those new features. But before I do, you may be wondering, well, why didn't I see any of these new features in the demo in Planner Premium? And that's because, well, the new features I've shown today are reserved for the basic version of Microsoft Planner. Yes, Task Chat, for example, is not available in Planner Premium. I hope to see it in the future soon to make sure they all are unified in their experience. But yes, you won't see it there today, which of course can be a bit of a frustration. But what else is then new coming into Planner? Well, in the next couple of months, we're going to see two changes. The first one is we're now going to have an app inside of Outlook that we can access our plans and tasks through without needing to fire up the separate Planner app. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, which is intended to roll out in April of 2026. And the other one is a change to the way we work with templates in Planner. Yes, we've been using templates that are provided by Microsoft, but if you wanted to also publish your own template for your team or business to use, that was never possible in Planner. But soon it will now be available. Organizational-wide templates are rolling out once again in April of 2026. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they also look like and how that works too. And alongside that, there's an update coming to Microsoft 365 paid Copilot licenses, with the Planner Agent now finally coming into Copilot Chat. Yes, just like other agents in Microsoft 365, we can tag the agent, have a conversation with it, and it can pull back information from the plans and tasks you're working with to give you a list of what you need to focus on or just give you an update too. I'm looking forward to seeing that in Planner, trying it out and sharing more in the future. So yes, all of those new features are coming into Planner and I look forward to seeing them soon. But also, as I mentioned earlier, some features are also being removed and it's really important to know what they are. Firstly, the iFeed integration that allowed us to connect your plan to your Outlook calendar is being removed. Now, I've had varying success with that. I've covered it in the channel before and shown you how to set them up, but are not very secure. Some other features that are also being removed too. Well, there's no ability now to upgrade a basic version of a planner plan to a premium plan. You'd have to do that manually by copy and pasting, which is a bit of a challenge. The other one is we're seeing the removal of whiteboards in Planner Premium plans. That's no longer going to be supported. And also, as I mentioned earlier, the big one for me is comments are no longer visible in existing and new Planner tasks plans, which of course can be frustrating because we've relied on those for many years, with the introduction of Task Chat to replace the comments capability. Now, of course, do let me know in the comments what you think of these changes we've covered today, and also what you feel about Planner. But for me, these are all worthwhile upgrades, although limited to the basic version of Planner. So I hope we see more investment into Planner Premium 2 and across the whole Planner stack this year to make it really work well in the wider Microsoft 365 ecosystem too. So with that, if you've enjoyed today's video, why not let me know again in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay on top of all of the latest changes in Planner right here on the channel. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.